Hey everybody, this is Derek and I'm back with another video for you guys, and this one is going to be on Lightroom Mobile, so let's dive right into it. Now from left to right, I'm going to introduce a couple of options and different things to you guys. So from the top left, you'll see the LR, and in this LR, if you click on it, it gives you your settings, which gives you different various options and things you could change, such as sync only over Wi-Fi and things like that, and also tells you your disk usage and other options, which are pretty much self-explanatory when you read through them. Now to the right of that LR button is a cloud. The cloud right here tells you when something is syncing or if it's all up to date, and as you see, everything's up to date. In the middle right here, you have your collections, which I have 9 collections currently in there. To your far right, you have your plus button, which you can come in here, create a new collection, save it, or whatever you're going to do with it. Basically, just jump in here, and I'm going to take you to the middle. In your middle area where it says My Tablet right here, that is where pictures from your device can be brought into, and you can edit them from there. And this also syncs into your Lightroom on your computer. So when you make the My Tablet area, it syncs to your computer too, so these photos go to your computer. Now let's jump into one of these collections. As soon as you press a collection, if you notice, you go straight into the collection, and it shows you all your pictures. The whole collection, anything that you have synced in here is in here for you to edit, view, change, or whatever you're going to do. Now let's jump in here and talk about a couple options. Now, if you look down in your lower left, you'll see 3 dots at the bottom. The 3 dots down here gives you options for either flagging or putting stars on your photo. If you look up to the top left, you see the date the shoot happened. You also see if it's flagged or starred, and you also see my Barnes-Designs, which is also part of the data that's inside of my camera. Okay. Down here at the bottom, you have your film strip, which right here, if you scroll from left to right, it gives you options to open different pictures. So you can go down here and choose a picture that you want to edit or you want to make some changes on. In the top right, you also have your histogram. In the farther top right corner, you have your button to share or import or copy or whatever it is that you want to do with the photo after you're finished with it. Okay, now in the bottom, you have your main options. As I said, you have your film strip down here, which gives you the option to have all your photos out like this, and you can just slide from left to right. You have your crop area down here where you can choose your aspect, which can be custom or original or one of the ones they already have pre-done for you. You also have your freeform aspect, or you can change it to locked. You can also auto straighten, which of course, as we see, auto straighten sometimes isn't the brightest when it comes to straightening stuff. So we can go down there and we can just hit reset, and it'll take us back. But see, as you see, it took me back to the original state of the photo. This isn't how the photo actually was, but that's fine. You have your rotate, you have your flip horizontal or your flip vertical. And you see I just press X, so it doesn't keep anything, so it'll go back to the original way that I had the photo. You have also in here presets. You have 8 creative, 9 color, 11 black and white, 7 detail, and 7 effects. And I'm gonna go here and show you guys a couple of them. You have your cream tone, you have your split tone, you have a couple different options in here that you can go through when it comes to your creative presets if you want to come here and use some presets. You also have your punch, you have your low contrast, high contrast, cool and warm, things like that underneath your color options of presets. You also have your black and white options, which you can do in auto black and white, or you can set by number of contrast. So it could be a plus 25, 50, 75, 100. You also have film 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you also have portrait black and white. Okay, under details, you have your clarity from low to high. You also have your noise reduction from low to high, and you also have your details. Under effect, you can go in here and you can add grain, add blur, different options like that under the effects. And then you have previous and you have reset, which will reset your photo. Now, the main part that most people are going to find themselves in is under here, which is your adjustment area. This is your adjustment area where you can go in here, you can change things like change it from black and white to color, things like that. You can also change the white balance in here from flash to daylight or whatever it is you feel you need to change. Now, you can also use the selector. In case you want to go in there and find your neutral color and get it right, you can go in there and they do have an eyedropper for you to use and select that color. Okay, you also have your temperature area, which you can slide from left to right with your finger, which goes from cooler to warmer, depending on which way you want it. You also have your tint area. You can slide from left to right and change up the tint of the photo. You have auto tone, which would automatically do the tones for you on the picture. So let me press auto tone. There you have it. That's automatically done. You also have your other basics, which you use in Lightroom, which is your exposure, your contrast, your highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, clarity, vibrance, saturation, everything that you need in here to do your basic setup on your photos is right here. And that's pretty much Lightroom Mobile for you guys. I believe I didn't miss anything. If you felt I missed something, you're free to ask me. You're free to ask questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Basically, Lightroom Mobile is made for portability. It's made for you to get things done on the go. It's not made to take over Lightroom on your main computer. It's made to help you be more productive. Okay, and I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, you did a shoot, but you're not ready to sit down at your computer. Say maybe you want to eat dinner first, or maybe you want to lay in bed for a while. You want to rest up. You know, you've been standing on your feet. You've probably been shooting for about 5 hours or something like that. You know, for those who been that high, because I've shot for as long as like 7 hours, and believe me, standing, it takes a toll on you. So you can go and you can get in your bed and you can begin your basic editing. Okay, so you can get in here and you can edit things the way you need them to be edited. So when you do get up and go to your main computer, everything here is already set. You already have your contrast, your blacks, your shadows, your highlights, everything's already set. So anything that you do in your other Lightroom would be finishing touches. So that's how I see Lightroom Mobile as being a plus. And you might say, oh, Derek, well, there's lots of programs that do this. And I'm gonna tell you the difference on why I prefer to use Lightroom Mobile over things like Snapseed. Okay, I'm not fond of Snapseed. I use it, but I really don't use it. For one, I don't like the UI. I don't like the user interface. The user interface on Lightroom Mobile is just so simple. I mean, it's so everything in Lightroom Mobile is self-explanatory. I mean, there's really nothing in here for you to be like, oh, I'm confused on what this does. I mean, everything from down here, from sliding left to right, from your contrast, your highlights, and everything just down here at your fingertips, it's just basic. It's easy. You don't have to dig into no extra settings or anything. I mean, even when you first begin to come into Lightroom Mobile, everything is here for you. You know what collection you want. You know what collection you're finna start working on. You just click on that collection. You just go into that collection. You find the photo that you want to change up. You click on that photo and you begin to edit that photo. And it doesn't get any more simple than that. And once you're done doing what you do, you take these photos, it syncs them over to your computer. You go to your computer, you finish the photos off, you send them to your client. Okay, so in case you guys are interested in Lightroom Mobile, or you want to know how you get Lightroom Mobile comes through the CC photo plan. It comes through the CC complete plan, the CC student and teacher plans, and it also comes through the CC complete team plan. I currently have the CC student plan. So if you got a student number, if you got your student email and things like I do, take that student discount. I think I pay $20. I pay $20 a month for everything. I got the full everything. I got Dreamweaver, I got Lightroom, I got Photoshop. I have everything. I have all the Adobe applications for $20 a month. So if you're a student, rush that $20 a month right now. It will go up after a year. I believe after a year, I think it's gonna be, I'm not for sure on this, so don't quote me on this. I think it's $40 or $50. I'm not for sure, but it does go up after a year. But since I've owned the whole CC, I've loved it. I mean, for me, it helped my productivity. It helps me get these photos done faster. It helps me get these photos to my clients. And I hope you guys like this video. This is Derek. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.